Check it out, everybody. This Caster, aka Badman. Now, I'm from Oxnard, California. I'm going to touch down on a few topics. The first and foremost would be Donald Trump in the shooting, real quick. I want to get this out the way, right? So, now a lot of people are saying, oh, I think it was staged. Man, you got to understand that this political machine is willing to go to any length to sabotage their opponents. And by political machine, I mean this two-party system, right? So you can't put it past any aspect of it, any candidate, you know what I mean, that's already tied in to them superpowers, to that agenda, to the machines that be, you know what I mean? So in my eyes, it didn't seem like, people are alleging that he had a little dye packet in his hand and then he falsified the blood. And I'm like, nah, man. Like, first of all, that takes a very sophisticated individual. You know what I'm saying? I think they really did try to kill him, And in my eyes, it's not some random individual, you know what I mean? In regards to people who may devote their time and energy to taking an individual out based on a vendetta they have against him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a pretty unorthodox candidate. People like him, he himself haven't been running for a long time. He popped out. He's got his own personalized agenda. None of them are perfect, and none of them are the solution we require. You just got to kind of, at this point, with the corrupt system that we have at hand, it's pros and cons. And unfortunately, a lot of it has to do with survival. You know what I mean? And whether or not they're going to allow the individuals in society the ability to be formidable and defend themselves and defend their families and survive these inevitable catastrophes we have on the horizon. These, you know what I mean? These chaotic events that are guaranteed, you know what I mean? Based on trajectory, based on where we're heading as a society, based on the route where we're going. You know what I'm saying? It's guaranteed, right? You know what I mean? Without utilizing all the fancy terminology. My God, I read too many James Patterson novels. And I honestly, it's a mechanism for my own sanity at this point, dog. I gotta articulate myself. But look, I'm gonna simplify. Donald Trump getting hit with that bullet, I believe it was real. I believe somebody tried to kill him. It's ludicrous, but, it's that easy. I mean, think about it, man. You got the left running. You take out the opposition. There's no other viable candidate for the other wing. Case closed, you win. So there's a lot of motive. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but it goes for all sides. It's not like one side's innocent and the other side isn't. You know what I mean? They're just different cobra heads of the same serpent's body. It is what it is. We the people, unfortunately, can't think for ourselves. We've seen many examples of this. You know what I'm saying? COVID's a prime example. A logical individual would have said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to jump on any bandwagon. I'm just going to utilize, and this is what's crazy, bro. This is a good example, though. I'm going to utilize a mask. I'm not going to get a bunch of crazy invasive shots that may fucking kill me or injure me or maim me severely, permanently. But I'm also not going to act as if we live in a fictitious magical realm where there's no such thing as a virus that can kill me. I'm just going to take this, my own middle ground solution-based approach, wear a mask and not pay attention to either extremism, you know what I mean, that's manifesting on either side. That's what a logical realist would have done. I don't see anybody doing that. I try to tell people, homie, I say, look, man, have a mind of your own and acknowledge the fact that viruses exist. You can wear a mask. Homie, if it's an N95 mask, it just safeguards yourself from 95% of the fucking molecules, homie, so on and so forth, that can penetrate such. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a lot, and it's non-invasive. You don't have to have heart issues. You don't have to have myocarditis, pericarditis, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with those are the side effects or the adverse reactions, they refer to them, that stem from the shots, right? So you don't got to do any of this shit. You can have a mind of your own. You know what I mean? This all ties in, but we're covering in regard what happened to Donald Trump. I believe, yeah, he was, there was an attempt on his life. It was an assassination attempt. The media is not going to call it that, right? But that's what it was. You know what I mean? But you cannot jump on a bandwagon. You know what I mean? At this point, homie, it's like the lesser fucking destruction. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy, bro. And I used to fucking feel like, because I believe the environment and the planet's paramount, right? But I came to the conclusion, or I realized, that it's all an illusion. Nobody really cares about the planet. Nobody really cares about the people. Nobody cares about anything on either side. It's all an illusionary gimmick in which a technicality may manifest that benefits you, right? But aside from that theoretical technicality, like, oh, I gained my rights back, or, oh yeah, this and that happened, I like that. Aside from those particular details, it's all a fucking illusion. And it will remain such. You know what I mean? It will remain such. The only candidate that I feel is viable is RFK Jr. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's not tied into a larger machine at this point. That's why they've denied RFK Jr. Secret Service protection. It's unprecedented. No other candidate at his point, to where he's reached this level of ballots that he's managed to get on, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? It's not easy. You think, oh, someone could just run for president. Nah, they got to jump through a lot of loops. They got to jump through a lot of loopholes and hoops and whoop-de gimmicks, man. I'm telling you. And they have to get themselves on certain level of ballots nationwide. And it's all individualized. It's ridiculous. And if you're not tied into a larger machine, they've designed it to where there can't be a new refreshing candidate. You know what I'm saying? It's all tactically designed to keep the powers that be in their positions of power. I've been ranting about this for years. We're not going to go into that. Anyways, yeah, bro, that's what it is, right? So RFK Jr. is not tied into a larger machine. He's been denied Secret Service protection. There's been no other candidate in U.S. history throughout the course of our entire existence as a nation that's managed to get on as many ballots as he's got on and make that current level of progress that RFK Jr.'s made and be denied that Secret Service protection regardless of that progress. This never happened before, right? And they killed a lot of the Kennedys, man. I've read a documentary. I read a biography about Kennedy. There's many, but this one detailed how basically he was getting cahoots, trying to come up on the mafia, dog, and they were running liquor, and there was a lot of shit going on, right? But all of these individuals are corrupt, and they're going to do what's necessary to maintain their positions and the agenda behind, or the machine behind that position, right? But at least Kennedy, we're talking about not Robert F. Kennedy right now, we're talking about John F. Kennedy, you know what I mean, back in the day, right? But at least he jumped in the water. He jumped in that water. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Now, these other dudes, man, they ain't bad, bruh. They're fucking mirages, dog. And they're fucking disconnected from any semblance of normal society. On their little islands and magical skyscrapers and all this shit, bruh, it's crazy as hell. But this is the inevitable point that we've reached with this two-party vendetta. You know what I mean? This tug-of-war. I mean, this, you can, and I've said this before, but you can offer people the option, regardless of whether they adhere to the left or the right, the Republicans, the Democrats, the liberals, you know what I mean, the conservatives, what you want to call them, dog, this two-party system or whatever. You can give each side a button and say, hey, I'm talking about in the heat of the moment, during an election, or during a debate or whatever, where everybody's heated and they're like, fuck the other side, fuck the other side. You can give them a button. Theoretically speaking, this is just a metaphor, homie, to put it in perspective how people think and who they really are, homie. Check this out. You can give them a little button and say, hey, in the middle of this debate, when you're all heated, boom, boom, millions of people are heated, oh, we want the other side, well, we're going to win, fuck the other side. Bro, you give them that little button, say, you press this button, all the children, everybody from that other side, they're going to die. Hit the button, you'll win. Kill them all. They'd hit that button. 90% of people hit that button. Think about that, homie. They would hit that button just to win. Millions of kids gone, realistically speaking. Now, if you're going to perform mental gymnastics, no, people wouldn't really, even though they're heated and they hate the other side, they would say, no, that's wrong. No, they wouldn't. You see the unbridled fucking rage in their eyes, the blood vessels bursting in hate and angst based on this two-party dilemma we have in hand. But they'd hit that button quick. Millions of people would, dog. Put that in perspective, homie. What the fuck's going on? Is that really what we're devoting ourselves to, dog? I'm tired of it, dog. I'm going, bro. I'm willing to fight for this shit. It's time to come together. We're supposed to be evolving alongside each other. Now, we covered that basically in regards to what happened to Trump. Whether we believe it was fictitious and staged or not, and what it really means in the end all message. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think in the comment section, because your input's the other half of this. Obviously, right? We got to put our minds together. Now let's move on, man. We got a different topic at hand. I'll cover it real quick because you know what's up, man. I be dragging my kneecaps through the scat in the trenches, acting like I'm Batman, but I ain't got no utility belt. I ain't got no Batmobile. The mayor doesn't want to meet up with me. Oh, God. Yeah, that part. So check it out. We're going to go ahead and move on. The next topic at hand would be Bricc Baby banning Yungeen Ace from ATK. Now, if you're not aware, Julio Fulio is an individual who was killed recently. There's an ongoing beef between ATK. Holy shit! Hold on a second. We got Julio Fulio. We got ATK. That's Yungeen Ace. We got Julio Fulio. Man, KTA. That's what it is. KTA. All right. So whatever, bro. I've been rocking with 23. JD Yungeen. When I was in the trenches, I know this might go over a lot of people's heads. We're transitioning here. Bear with me. Bear with me. We're doing something right here. When we're all together, we're not lost. So there's a rapper named Yungeen Ace. There was another rapper named JD Yungeen. Now, they claim 23. They're out of Baton Rouge and Bogalusa and other places of Louisiana mostly, right? Jacksonville, Mississippi, Yungeen Ace, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? That region overall, right? Now, this is relevant, though, because now we got Bricc Baby over here. He's from LA, and he's been on No Jumper. If you don't know, Bricc Baby, you know, he's an individual. He's on No Jumper. I've never really had any qualms with Bricc Baby until now. I mean, he's doing his thing on a major part. Adam 22. It's what it is. You know what I mean? That whole podcast, I would never agree to go on that. Okay, look at homie. First of all, I'm not saying, oh, they want me on there, I'm famous. Woo, woo. I don't care about that. Theoretically, if I was, that's what I'm saying. If I was famous and embraced by the masses because of some bullshit that I was placating them with, yeah. Anyways, if I went on Adam 22 show, No Jumper, based on such ludicrous fucking antics, I would not fucking just sit on there and be like, yeah. Nah, fool, I'd be like, hey, homie, woo, I appreciate you having me on your show, but I got my own message I'm trying to send, and I ain't trying to perpetuate any of the bullshit, fool. This is different from anything that people are adhering to currently, dog. And I'd be like, blood diamonds, designer clothes made via slavery. Let's do our own thing. Let's have minds of our own. Let's glorify something that's sustainable, affordable, and doesn't result in perpetuating world-destroying cycles. Let's really get it popping. Yeah, let's stop the planet's destruction. Let's change these world-destroying dilemmas at hand. Yeah, let's acknowledge the elephants in the room because they're becoming a stampede. And I just go in. But that's me, right? And I know a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? When I mean a lot of y'all, I mean the individuals on me in the sidelines hating. It is what it is, dog. It is what it is. People don't comprehend it, right? But we're going to close on this real quick. I want to cover this. Bricc Baby's trying to ban Yungeen Ace from LA, and he's saying he's banned from Carolina, and so on and so forth. And he's over a No Jumper speaking on shit that has to do with affairs that are going on in a different state, you know, across the nation. You know what I mean? Bricc Baby, come on, cut it out, dog. I know obviously you got, you know, an attachment to Julio Fulio. It is what it is. You see something, maybe because you guys look alike. I don't know, bro. We all have somebody, they call him a doppelganger, homie. I got one. He kind of looks like Troy Donahue. He ain't even bald-headed. Pissed me off. Got no brocha or anything. Yeah. But you know what? Bricc Baby, you're going to have to swallow that pill. That boy don't know you or care about you. I don't care if you had prior conversations with him or such. That was fucking superficial. That was transdermal. That was surface level. Come on, Bricc. Quit acting like Troy Trunaway, dog. Co-inventor of the popular watchmaking company formerly known as Casio, you son of a bitch. Anyways, that's what I got to say. You ain't banning nobody from LA, homie. You don't gotta be putting your nose in their affairs. This is an ongoing static that's been going on for a while. R.I.P. JD Yungeen. You know, we rocking with a 23 on this side, dog. Anyways, oh God, it's gonna go over a bunch of skulls and a bunch of scalps, but it is what it is, a bunch of bangs. You know what I mean? But let me know what you think of the situation with Donald Trump getting shot. If you are aware of Jada Young and Ace and all this shit that's been going down in regards to them, the Static and the individuals making music over there in Louisiana, let me know that too, because that's gonna touch my heart. It's gonna be rare. It's gonna say, wow. Alright, so check this out, man. Let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna try to come up with more content. I'm dragging my kneecaps through the barnacles in the human scat, though. Anyways, make sure you subscribe, dog, because at a short time from now, I might have my genitalia region dismembered. Oh, God.